money. Right there, money. You can't die on the motherfucking track. You ain't doing numbers, you ain't on my level. If you ain't talking money, I can't hear.
Hold on real quick, I'm about to heat up some of my lunch.
I be getting money coming through a check, comma after comma, dollar after dollar numbers. I be talking money, how I'm walking, getting paid. That's me. Where your money at? Numbers on my mind, comma after comma. Yeah, I got it like that. Get money like that. Yeah, boy, get them sacks. I got them numbers to talk, money to walk. Pull up in whips, excited your hoes. Do what I want, cause my heart is cold. Bad like you bold, my money don't fold. Talk with your head, Marco the King, yes I'm a done. Hitting these licks and fucking these hoes. Money, power, hoes, and respect. Getting to the money, I told y'all from the check. Money up, I get it. Fuck your hoe, I did it. Marco, yeah, I spit it. Money, yeah, I did it. Running through numbers and commas. Bitch, I don't fuck up a chick. You ain't doing numbers, you ain't on my level. If you ain't talking money, I can't hear ya. I be getting money thumbing through a check, comma after comma, dollar after dollar numbers. I be talking money, how I'm walking, getting paid. That's me. Where your money at? Numbers on my mind, comma after comma. Yeah, get it like that. Get money like that. Yeah, boy, get them facts. I'm cold with the heat, don't play with that fire. I light your ass up, 4th of July. Niggas gon' hate, cause I'm so fly. Bitches gon' flop, cause I'm that guy. Stick a big ass, you know that I'm high. My nigga and my wrist water. Cold hearted for a hot boy, no stopping me. Like freight trains, I'm big dog like Great Dane. About money, yeah, I'm insane. Play with the kids like Eddie Kane, drop the top on them, I'm ruthless. My money talk, you're speechless.
I'm bouncing down this video so I can upload it in a minute.
You ain't doing numbers, you ain't on my level. If you ain't talking money, I can't hear ya. I been getting money thumbing through a check, comma after comma, dollar after dollar numbers. I be talking money, how I'm walking, getting paid. That's me. Where your money at? Numbers on my mind, comma after comma. Yeah, I got it like that. Getting money like that. Yeah, boy, got them sacks. Teamwork on this motherfucker, man. You were 2 or 3 of me, cause you not the one for me. You were 2 or 3 for me. You just wanna use me up. Stop. You just wanna use me up. You were 2 or 3 for me, cause you not the one. You just wanna use me up. You was not the one, you was just the fun. You said that you would ride for me. You said that you would die for me. I guess you just tell lies to me. I guess you just tell lies to me. Come and get your high of me. Come around and use me. Come around and use me. All you do is use me. She been trying to throw me that little pussy, but the vibe be off. Till we born play you niggas pussy and they kinda soft. I should be with 100 bad bitches eating lobster sauce. Long hair, swinging around the room, shit like a little cross. New whip, new bitch, and I ass is cotton sauce. Nails did, attitude perfect, I like a fucking boss. He say, she say.
I don't know what happened to the napkins. There was some napkins in here. I don't know what I did with them.
I just had the 3 with 3
What's the thing about Airbnb? Not my normal resident, so having trouble sometimes.
When we see them lights, we yelling 12 years, fuck the law. Don't be shit, we got niggas in vans, we ain't off the wall. You said that you would rap for me, you said that you would die for me. I guess you just tell lies to me, I guess you just tell lies to me. Come and get your high of me, come around and use me, come around and use me. All you do is use me. You were 2 or 3 of me, cause you don't know me. You were 2 or 3 for me. You were 2 or 3 of me, cause you not the one for me. You were 2 or 3 for me. You were 2 or 3 of me, cause you not the one for me. You were 2 or 3 for me. Trying to use me up like I ain't from the trading shit. Trying to put me over like I don't have bitches. Trying to count my pockets like I don't see no business. These money hungry hoes never see a nigga vision. You were 2 or 3 for me, cause you not the one, girl. You was just a fun girl. This is just my turn.
Play my role, play my part. From the start, don't break my heart. Taking the books at the car.
Keeping the doors ajar. Said that you would rap with me. You said that you would die for me.
Alright, I think I got what I need.
You just tell lies to me. Come have me. Come around and use me. Come around and use me.
Salute to you guys.
You were 2 or 3 to me. Cause you not the one for me. You were 2 or 3 for me. You just want it.
Oh yeah, that background. Guayaquil in the background.
You were 2 or 3 for me. You just want it. You were 2 or 3 to me. Cause you not the one for me.
All right. Guess I'll go ahead and get started because this is a regular type of live. Another impromptu live. I've been trying to take these rubber bands out. But since I can't see my own head, it's kind of hard to get it done. But yeah, if you seen my live earlier, I went out and had some coffee this morning. Took a little walk around the neighborhood. Talked to the guys at the front desk. They were asking me, did I rent out the apartment? Upon further review, talking to some of my guys online. I mean, you know, everybody that I was talking to, even back home, they were saying that it was a good look to go ahead and grab the apartment. But I think I'm gonna reconsider. I'm not really a listen to everybody type of guy. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit more time to figure out exactly where I want to live, because this is my first time in Ecuador. My first time. This is the first place I've stayed in Ecuador. I have zero experience, so I definitely want to get a little more experience under my belt before I just solidify a place to live for the next 6 months to a year. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this camera. Yeah, you guys don't want to see the nothingness right there. Let's see. There we go. Well, damn, that was kind of late. All right. I don't need the camera plugged. I don't need this computer plugged up right now. I was just editing a video, watching some lives, checking out BMT Live. Shout out to BMT. And so everybody live today. But yeah, man. So as you see, we working. This is my on the road computer. So I was working on my videos with this. I got a new Guayaquil video coming out. Just in case you guys missed the lives, I'm gonna be dropping a video today. But whenever it finishes, I don't know the download speed of the internet here, or should I say the upload speed. Trying to see if I might get a couple people on the live today before I start really talking about the topic. And I didn't really get a chance to finish up the topic from the other night either. So hopefully I can touch back on that a little bit. Hey, what's happening, Mike Lowry? Mike Lowry in the building. Yeah, we got a real OG in the building right now. Man, I don't know where the hell the napkins at. I guess I can, since we got a real one in here, I guess I can start talking about the subject. Man, what the hell? My phone keep charging and then not charging. Oh shit, don't tell me my cord's starting to fuck up. We don't have time for that. I definitely don't want to buy a new cord out here no time soon. I think I got a couple cords though. Anyway, so yeah, today when I came back from my little excursion, the guy at the front desk like, "Did you get the apartment? Did you get the apartment?" I'm like, "Yeah, no." I think I'm gonna shop around a little bit more. He looked so disappointed. Like, that's the thing. Like, you kind of can see in people's face sometimes. Like, I don't know. Maybe they just wanted me to. Maybe they just wanted. I appreciate it, my love. They just wanted me to stay here, maybe, so I can keep greasing them pockets. You know, I'm sure it wasn't my personality, because they don't know what the hell I'm saying. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the differences between, because there's a lot of similarities, I think, with the Guayaquil and Santo Domingo. A lot of similarities, and I thought that would be a good idea to talk about it, especially because Razor Ray was asking me about that as well. Pros or regular chicks. Well, me myself, I don't really look for pros at all, but unfortunately, a lot of times you have no choice as far as who you meet, and so yeah, I guess it'll be a pretty much all around discussion of that because damn, I couldn't think of the word last night, just like it came out. I wouldn't say pros. I think maybe semi-pros are more is a better term uh, than to say pros because I definitely don't talk to the pros that I see. But I think it's legal. Actually, I think that's a legal event in Ecuador. I watched a special on that before I even came down here. It's very legal here. Mm. Last night was, of course, it was good. It was a good night. So I would see that's more. I think that's more semi-pro activity too, though. Like I was saying. So I think maybe yeah. So it's a legal. It's a legal thing here. So it's more normalized. So I think as far as infrastructure though, I want infrastructure is it's an open panel too. As far as infrastructure, I think I like Guayaquil a little better than Santo Domingo because the air conditioning in my building, the building that I'm in, is more central AC. Like they got vents, so it's not really like those air conditioned units just blowing straight on you. She did ask for money, but so just like the first girl, she started coming up with reasons. What's it? Chop your daughter. Chop your daughter. That's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah, being chop your daughters are very prevalent in these places. So like, since she knows that I don't like, I'm not gonna pay her for intimacy. She's what did she come up with last night for a reason that she needed money? Oh, she showed me an outfit that she wanted to buy. So of course I paid for her taxi to get here, and then she asked me for money for the taxi. But you know that's regular stuff. Like it wouldn't matter if we was in any girl, I would pay for their ride. So when she was leaving, she had me for the taxi money, and then she was like, I gave her $20. The taxi is like $4. So then she looked at me like, oh, I thought you were gonna give me the money for the outfit. So that let you know that she was trying to charge me. So you're gonna charge me every time. And then on top of that, she wanted to go with me to Salinas because I'm going to Salinas I think tomorrow, and she wants to go. So then she texted me last night or this morning saying, "Can I pay for her babysitter while she's gone?" Which I'm pretty sure her babysitter gonna be her mom. So I'm not taking her ass to Salinas. What the hell I look like paying for your problems? Really? Like I don't have any kids, so why the hell I'm gonna pay for your babysitter to take you on a vacation in your own country? Just like the first girl was like, "Oh, you don't want to pay me for for intimacy, so take me on a vacation, take me to the Galapagos and all this shit." And I was like, "What the fuck? I'm not even taking myself to the Galapagos." I met her on Tinder. She's the only girl I met off of Tinder. Everybody else I met more organically. Yeah, some other. Taking. Okay then, fresh spot. Oh, oh, Mexico is better. Okay. Yeah, man, I don't really get down like that. So, I mean, that's a problem. in Santo Domingo as well. Was probably less pros, but more semi-pros, where they try to finesse you out of money for different reasons. Yeah. Plus, like I said, I told y'all the other day she was a single mom. But she the only girl I met that was a single mom, even though I can see it's a lot of them around. Oh wow. Well, that sounds like a good thing, man. I'm glad that you are giving us that game. Did I seal the deal? I mean, I think yeah, I did. Of course, that's why she asked me for the $20. I think. I mean, not $20. I don't even know how much she wanted. The first time she came over, she asked me for money for milk for her child. Her child like 5 years old, so I'm like, milk? What the hell? And then I think she asked me for $25 for milk. And I was like, what the hell kind of milk is that? In Ecuador, I could eat a whole meal for $2. So she showed me a picture of formula that was like $20. I'm like, formula for a 5-year old? I mean, yeah, I think I can do better. But I don't know, maybe Selena's is that slow. Aren't they so comfortable asking that though? Exactly, like that's what I'm saying. That's a good sign that she's a chapter daughter. Because I'm sure the guy that she made that 5-year old baby with wasn't paying her daily for her company. I mean, she seemed to really enjoy my company, but I would think that if you really enjoy my company and you want to live a better life, that's what I'm saying. That short term satisfaction is a big thing for chapter daughters. So I guess they're used to having a heavy rotation or something. So I don't want to speculate too hard on that. But you guys want to talk about the ladies? I see. I was talking about just the cities in general, but we could talk about the ladies. I don't mind letting you know what's going on with me. I mean, like I said, I've had a good night every night I've been here, so I'm not mad at it. It's just if you're gonna live in these countries, you kind of got to settle into a routine. And me paying rent here and paying multiple mortgages in the United States, and that'll just be a lot to add onto it when I could actually live and maybe find somebody that's actually trying to live a better life with me, not off of me. So I still think that's probably possible here, but I don't think you're gonna probably find that in the first week of being in the country. You know what I mean? It's not that plausible, especially since my Spanish is not as good as a lot of you guys. Oh no! Like I said, that's the only girl I met off of Tinder. So I've met women in person here for the most part. It's not hard to meet women in person. It's definitely not hard to meet women in person. I mean, I kind of look for the choosing signals as well. I don't really just cold approach. Cold approach is more of I guess, a warm approach. Because you got to at least be giving me some kind of eye contact or something, let me know that you're feeling me a little bit. But I mean, I probably would cold approach a little bit more. The more comfortable I get with my Spanish. Like I said, I've been doing Duolingo, so I'm more comfortable with the reading Spanish at this moment. But actually speaking it is a little harder, especially when they talk fast. They talk really fast for the most part. So that's just something I gotta get over though. But hey, QB, you should pull up whenever you get a chance. I know you're probably busy though, but if you can, you can pull up. I plan on going to the Red Lion. I know it's the weekday, so it'll probably be slow. maybe you can give me some advice on a good time to go. Plus, I don't like clubs to be super, super busy. Like, I like, okay, okay, salute to you, bro. I like the clubs to be more, or a bar to be more like moderate to slow or moderate to busy. Because even in Atlanta, like if you go to a place that's super busy, yeah, you can get attention, but I like to get good service, and it's hard to get good service when the waitress or the people or the bartender they just like, oh, I'll be right back. Oh, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Like that shit kind of irks my nerves a little bit. I know it's not their fault, but that's life. But yeah, so I was saying like the infrastructure here is pretty good so far as I can see, but maybe that's just my building that I'm in.
3:51 p.m. A real-time view.
I haven't figured out how to turn that off yet. Damn update. What is that you dropped the link to? Oh, the Red Lion. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I looked it up a little while ago, so it looks like it's probably about 5 minute ride for me, maybe 10. So that's why I said I'm gonna try to eat a little bit before I go out there. It's still early as hell though. It's only 4 o'clock. So I don't know. Do you think it's a better idea for me to go at night or I might just go out there and get some drinks just to check it out. And then I might go back later or go somewhere else. But it looks like a dope spot, especially on your video. Jesus. I wouldn't care if there's nobody in there. It looked like it was a better time with nobody in there. But yeah, like I said, people still been cool though. Like you said, even if a lot of people have ulterior motives and reasons for trying to hang out with you, I guess. Shit, guys too. Santo Domingo, is it easy? Yeah. Yeah, okay, later on. I would say it's okay, by now. Okay. I would say Santo Domingo is I wouldn't say easy, it just depends on the one you want. Like you can pretty much talk to anybody you want to really, but I'm definitely gonna go live. I've been trying to go live as much as possible. But yeah, I think in Santo Domingo you can talk to anybody you want to. You just gotta be cautious of the shop your daughter thing because it's always gonna be some kind of expectation. I think maybe or I try to get it out the way. Like I ask, is it like even the girl that I was just talking, the Venezuelan chick. I asked her like, does she expect anything from me or what her expectations are? And she was like, no expectation. But then 5 minutes later, she's like, I do need some milk. So, I mean, if you comfortable with that though, I mean, which, like I said, a lot of guys, don't mind. But to me, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think I get in my own way sometimes just because I don't like people playing with me. I don't like people playing with my time. I don't like people lying to me or trying to manipulate me. So I think that that's an issue that I have. So a lot of you probably don't care about that. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's not even about the money. It's more about the mind game and the manipulation. Because if you'll do that to me on a small scale, to me, it's like if we're in a serious situation, if we ever get in a serious situation, it could really be bad for me because you're only concerned about yourself and trying to get things for yourself. So yeah, I think anything could happen, especially when you're traveling. Like how she want to go to Salinas, and I don't know. And definitely, I'd be taking Sand to the beach if I take her to Salinas. But like I said, she cool, but I don't know. Actually, the cops seem to be the coolest one so far. The police lady. And the same thing in DR. Like I talked to a couple police ladies out there in DR. They were Haitian though. A lot of the police in DR are Haitians. It's a weird dynamic. So I understand why Foreign Only was talking to the police lady, because I think the cops probably get paid a little better than a lot of people here too. So like the cop lady I was talking to, she's very busy at work every day. So like I was saying earlier, I asked her, like I even told her about the other girl because I could see that she's always in the tourist places. She's always on the Melicon or somewhere like that. Like last night, she worked at the light tower, which is not far from the Melicon. So I was like, I didn't want her to catch me with another woman, and I know she wasn't gonna do nothing, but at the same time, like she seemed real cool. So I told her I was kicking it with another woman, but I still wanted to get up with her in a couple of days or whenever I come back if she, whenever she got off time. And she was cool with that. She was just like, be careful, be so careful. She asked me a couple questions about the girl, and then she was like, we can get up on someday. I haven't read all the messages yet, but she said she still want to get up with me and we'll hang out or whatever. So I thought that was cool. Plus, I think she might go both ways too, because on her profile picture, she hugged up with a girl, and they both pretty. I'm like, damn. I'm like, who is that? Is that your girlfriend or is that your friend? And she was like, that's my roommate. But then she sent the laughing emoji at the same time. So take that one slow. They say drive slow, homie. But it seemed like she's concerned about my welfare, so that's a good sign. But the other girls seem more concerned about their own welfare and having fun. So, but that's kind of the drawback. When you do find somebody that's more serious about you, they're probably going to be at work 24/7, which is the same thing in the United States. I was working 7 days a week 2 months ago, recently. So, hardworking people, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's just hard to get the time to get to know them, I would say. So that's why I said like it's better to move to the places. But yeah, Santo Domingo it's not hard. I think they both kind of are on the same level as far as meeting women. I think Santo Domingo and Guayaquil are pretty even as far as that. And even the type of women, it's kind of similar. But you got to think like a lot of women come from Colombia and Venezuela that are in Santo Domingo, just like here. It's a lot of Venezuelans, a lot of Colombian women. Uh, I do a lot of things. I try to keep myself super busy with. That's what I was saying. Like I try to keep myself really busy with tasks that'll help me for the future. So, because the trick is to get out of exchanging your time for money. So, I spent a lot of time exchanging my time for money, and I still do because I'm thinking like 2020, I started investing in the stock market. Not even a lot. Like I would take just whatever I could out my check and invest in stocks and crypto and stuff like that. So I do crypto investing, stock investing. I also do real estate now. I had an opportunity to start a restaurant on my own because I worked in the restaurant business for so long. But instead of taking that money, it was right after coronavirus. Instead of investing into a restaurant, I invested into my own real estate company. So I have that. It's a very small though. I only have a couple houses, and I'm charge rent. Plus, I'm trying to start an Airbnb out of my other property. I also flipped the house before, so I'm gonna try to flip another house eventually. But I blew a lot of money traveling, going to Santo Domingo and Brazil. I blew a lot of money that I could have used to flip another house. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not making the best decisions all the time. I'm still learning. I work at a TV and movie uh, complex. I work there part time whenever they, let me come to work. And I also still work in restaurants sometimes on the weekends. So it's all about working hard. As you see, I'm doing YouTube. YouTube not paying me right now, so I'm trying to get paid. I also do music. So I don't know. I'm probably leaving something out. Like I always try to stay busy though. See, that's the thing. Like, shout out R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. Like that's what he was saying. Like you probably gonna have to work 60 to 70 hours a week to really come up. It's not easy unless you got like a job that's paying a whole bunch of money. So like if you do have a job that's paying a bunch of money, it doesn't matter. You have to still okay. To me, it's not what you make; it's what you spend and how you utilize the money that you make. Because I know a lot of people that have been making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh man, you got to. Like I was trying to say, I know people that make $100,000 or more a year, but they have less going on than me. And that's not a shot at them. It's just their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are making children out here with these people. Like I had a girl that had two miscarriages. You know what I'm saying? And that was like an eye-opening situation for me because when she was pregnant at the time, I was just hustling in the street. So I was like, my brother owned a store in a discount mall. I was in a hustling in a discount mall like Baby D. Shout out to Hoop Camp. I was doing my Baby D in Atlanta. So I was nervous as shit. I was like, damn, how I'm gonna take care of a baby? You know what I'm saying? When I barely know how much money I'm gonna make every week just from hustling, like that's not something that you can depend on. So, and my parents did the best that they could do to raise me. So I want to be able to raise my children in a positive way. I don't want the state or the government to tell me how to raise my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to be very careful not to have kids with somebody that's not gonna follow my direction. And it's y'all, as y'all know, in the United States, it's kind of hard to find that. And I mean, it's not easy to find that overseas either. So that's the whole point of. I mean, that's not the whole point, but that's part of the point of traveling to find better opportunities for yourself. Period. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, travel for real. Shout out to you. Let me see. Can I do that? Let me open up my browser. But yeah, man, y'all come through anytime. I get to talking sometimes, and I thought that this thing would be hard. It would be hard for me to do lives and talk and keep the live going. Like at first, I would do a live, and it'd be 15 minutes go by, and I'm like, all right, guys, that's it for the day. And that'll be all I do. But now I can open it up and just talk sometimes, and I'll be talking. I'm like, damn, it's been 45 minutes. I just been talking. So I'm definitely getting better. I hope you guys think I'm getting better. But I appreciate y'all coming through anytime, man. But yeah, I think I'm getting off topic. Let me see what else besides the infrastructure, the traffic. Okay, so Santo Domingo traffic is crazy. Um, you know, I think the traffic here is a lot more organized. Um, I rented a car a couple times in Santo Domingo. I didn't have a problem driving because I mean, I'm from Atlanta, so I'm used to driving with crazy people. I'm used to being a crazy driver. I'm a fast driver, so I don't have a problem with that. I just think if you live there on a consistent basis, it's gonna be more stressful. Um, you're gonna get into more car accidents. I had two car accidents in 1 month of driving in Santo Domingo. They just weren't serious car accidents. And then another thing, depending on probably your age and your concern with going to the hospital and things like that, Ecuador, Guayaquil might be a better place for that. Just basically because of the traffic. Because, like, say you get in a car accident and it's a serious car accident, and I've seen that happen. Like I've seen people get hit on motorbikes and they laid out in the street for 45 minutes before the ambulance even comes because the traffic is so bad. And then imagine once they pick you up, it might be another hour to 2 hours before they can get you to the hospital. Hmm. Okay, so Where I'm staying at right now, I'm in like central downtown, so I can pretty much walk to all the important things that I need to get to, like the supermarket. The I haven't even went to the supermarket because everything's so close. I can like I don't know if y'all saw some of my live earlier, but it's a lady barbecuing bananas and sausages and shit right here, like right here. Like I probably could see her out my window. So on every corner, somebody cooking something. There's so many restaurants on every block. It's different kinds of food. They got Chinese food. So they got everything you want right here. I would say in Santo Domingo is similar, but you probably gonna want a car because it's a little more spread out. So I think here is well, I would say here, but it's where I'm located. But even up the block where I keep calling him Honey Pack Anthony, where he showed me where he lives at most of the time. That's a bigger tourist spot, but it's no tourist. I don't know why I'm saying tourist spot, but it's more of a place that we would be accustomed to, where it's like a condominium. The light tower. It's a light tower right there. It's more of a place where you can get a lot of things. The police presence is heavy in Santo Domingo and in Guayaquil, but I think the police presence here is more than in Santo Domingo. So I don't really feel unsafe. I get warned about the safety a lot though, but I haven't felt any pressure about it. Like even when I see people staring at me, like I don't feel like, oh, they're gonna try something. But I don't know if my skin color got anything to do with it, but they don't they don't look like they're trying to do nothing to me. But I'm sure it's possible. But yeah, I feel like I can walk to anything I can think of. It's been nothing that I need out of walking distance. Like in Santo Domingo, a problem I had was more like I got a washer and dryer in this condo. But like in Santo Domingo, it's a lot of places. Most places don't have washer and dryer. So if you stay a while, you're gonna have to figure out how to get your clothes washed. And some places are just not good. Like I took my clothes to a couple of different places in Santo Domingo to get my clothes washed. They didn't do a very good job washing my clothes. So when you get in the ocean out there, your clothes kind of get a smell to them out there. For some reason, the ocean kind of puts a smell on your clothes. It's I don't know if it's a mildew smell. I can't really explain the smell. You have to know when you know, you know. But it's hard for them to get that smell out for some reason. I don't know what's going on and why they can't wash the clothes that good. I'm not saying that's about every place, but it's hard to find for me because if I went to two different places, how many places you need to go to find somebody that can wash your clothes properly? You know what I mean? But I don't know about here yet. But like I said, everything else has been easy to find, so I don't know why it would be hard. Even the Airbnb host said that the Airbnb host said that they got somebody that'll come by and pick up the clothes and wash them for you and everything. So I'm sure upon investigation, that's not going to be hard to find. What else? What else? So I haven't been to the beach yet, but so Santo Domingo, the beach is like 45 minutes away, but here the beach is probably about an hour and a half away. So that's like double the distance. That's something else that made me kind of reconsider getting an apartment here because I love being close to the beach and having that option. Like if I could have found an apartment that was a reasonable rent like I did here, I probably would have stayed in Santo Domingo longer, at least 6 months, because that 45-minute drive to Boca Chica. It's like an hour drive maybe to Wandolio. That's kind of worth it right there. But if you got to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to the beach, that's an all day thing. You're not going to want to just go and come back. You know what I'm saying? Then you might have to rent a place out there. So in that case, I might as well just stay out there. So I'm definitely going to check that out and get you guys more information on that. But yeah, he said go out there about 9:30. So I'll go out there about 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. I don't want to stay out too late because I got to get up early to check out this Airbnb. You know, they want you to check out at 11 a.m. at most Airbnb. And that time comes up really fast. Plus, I still got to figure out my transportation if I'm going to take the bus or if I'm going to take an Uber. So the Uber price to get to Salinas from Guayaquil looks like it's going to be between $56 and about $72. But QB Flexing said that the bus is like, what did he say, $12 or something like that? So that's a big discrepancy in price. Let me see how long it'll take on the Uber versus that 2 hour. Let's see, Salinas Beach. Okay, so right now, if I book a ride to Salinas, it'll be $58 to $68. So that's better than it was the other day. Let's see how long the trip would take. So it doesn't tell me. Maybe I Google that. It says 2 hours by car. An hour and 46 minutes to drive by car. So 2 hours and 15 minutes by bus. That's not that big of a difference, I would say. But like I said, that's still not as good as Santo Domingo. But like I said, Santo Domingo traffic is terrible. So I was at Boca Chica Beach and I was trying to get back to my condo in Santo Domingo. And it said an hour and a half because of traffic. But the closer I got to Santo Domingo, the more the time was going up. So it ended up taking me like 3 hours one day because I was driving back during rush hour. So, like I said, I think the traffic moves a lot smoother here. So that's a big difference. People in Dominican Republic and Santo Domingo drive super aggressively. It'll be 4 cars and on a 1-lane street going the same way beside each other. So that's how I ended up getting my little fender benders because it wasn't even fender benders, but they just merge into you and yeah, small problems, not a big problem though. All right, let me get back on topic a little bit. Let me see what we got. Man, I appreciate you guys coming through. Y'all please hit the like button if you come in the room. Don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate that. That definitely helps me out. Okay, so I am on topic. We talking about. I forgot what the last show topic was about. I never finished talking about that. So a lot of people don't like you. I think it might not be legal to walk around with your drinks. I don't know. Because in Santo Domingo, I take my drinks at the club. I take the bottles at the club. You can walk down the street drinking. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but it's not hard to do whatever you want to do, as far as I'm concerned. But you better make sure you got some pesos just in case they don't like what you're doing. But here, like the people stop me. Like the first couple restaurants I went to, I just pick up my bottle and walk out because I'm used to doing that. But then, was it last night or the night before? The guy stopped me like, no, you can't take your bottle out. And then I was at a restaurant and I asked him, could I get my mojito to go? And he made the mojito up, but he put it in a closed bottle, wrapped it up tight, put it inside another bag. So it kind of made me feel like, okay, well, he don't want me to walk down the street with it. So maybe that's a thing. You guys can let me know if you know. So that's another thing. I think you might be a little more at ease in the Dominican Republic as far as just living your life without concern. And plus, I think I've had a lot more warnings here about safety, but I think a lot of time it's the side of town you're on too. So I would probably say they're about even as far as I'm concerned at this moment, as far as safety, because when I was living in Santo Domingo Este, when I had zero knowledge on Santo Domingo, I lived in Santo Domingo Este, and I was really close to this spot that I still like going to. It's called Mr. Grill. That's where I met my first little chica out there, my first cold approach chica I met in Santo Domingo. I met her at Mr. Grill. So I guess I did more cold approaching in Santo Domingo, but I was also there for months compared to being here for only a week. So like I said, I don't have a problem with cold approaching. I try to mix it up. I think that's a good thing to think about. Like if you're gonna go to a new place you've never been before, it's gonna take a while to really meet people. So, you pregame. Just like you pregame before you go to a bar, right? Or wherever you go. You don't have to pregame, but pregaming is gonna help. You kind of get more knowledge on the place you're going. People, you can judge how the temperature a little bit from using these dating sites. You can kind of judge the temperature a little bit about the place you're going. And then hopefully you got somebody that'll make your landing a little softer. Damn, I look sleepy. I think I might take a nap before I go. Editing this damn video, man. These lives are a lot easier than editing videos, I think. But it's all good. It's part of the game. That's what I'm saying. You gotta mix it up, man. Diversify. Diversify. You definitely gotta mix it up. But yeah. So I like pre-gaming before I go to a place to see what's gonna happen a little bit before I go. I think that's the kind of thing that held me up on Mexico too, because I was pre-gaming on Tinder, because you can move your location around on Tinder. So I had my Tinder profile in Mexico and a bunch of different places, but yeah, I wasn't really getting too many hits. I don't know if what the issue was with that. But then when I moved it to Ecuador, I got a lot more hits. It was hidden. But maybe it's what QB was saying though. Like I was saying on another live, that when you in these places that do a lot of P for P and they got a lot of chapeadoras, a lot of times you get a lot more hits on your Tinder. Just like when you put it on Santo Domingo, your Tinder gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, I think I was using Dominican Cupid when I was in Santo Domingo. And my first day, I had like 30-something people, women, hitting me up. But when it's a lot of choppies, then it's not really the same as, I'd rather have 10 viable options than to have 55 chapeadores trying to get some cash, get cash me boy. But that's just me personally. So I want you guys to have all the knowledge, regardless if it's whatever you're looking for. You can find whatever you're looking for. But I mean, I want to be able to appreciate the person I'm with. I want them to be able to appreciate me, not just look at me as a walking ATM machine. So, but that's up to you. Like, especially if you're here for a short time, then that's pretty much your options. It's gonna be that type of relationship. And why would you want anything more than that, really, I guess? If you're only gonna be here for a week and then you're going back home, maybe never to come back. Oh shit. My battery about to die. Hold on. Shit, I wouldn't know where to go to get my hair done out here. That's another thing I've been thinking about. But if you don't have any hair, you're just getting buzz cut, then you ain't got to worry about nothing. So you guys that have no hair to little hair, you good to go. You ain't got to worry about that. But if you got long hair, who got badder women? ATL, Santo Domingo, Santo Domingo. That's a good question. I had a girl trolling on my live last night from Atlanta, trying to say I need to date in Atlanta only or some shit she was saying. But anyway, and I would say it's a close call. I would say I would compare all three. I'll compare all three: Guayaquil, Santo Domingo, and Atlanta. Atlanta's got some very, very beautiful women. Who has the best looking women? If we talking about natural beauty, in my opinion, damn, that's a hard one. I would say, damn, you trying to make me make a decision on that. They all have beautiful women. Um, hmm, I would say just because Atlanta has more melanated, beautiful women, I would have to give it to Atlanta. But it's very close though. They're all really, really close. They're all super close. I would say Atlanta, and then I would say Guayaquil, and then I would say Santo Domingo. But they all super close because it could be Guayaquil over Atlanta. Like, just depends on what you're looking for. Because now looking at it, a lot of women have insecurities to the point where they feel like they need to change who they how they look in order to attract the things that they want. And that's kind of the saddest thing to me because in Atlanta it's a lot of weaves, wigs, lace fronts, but it's also a lot of that in Santo Domingo and in Guayaquil. Yeah, yeah. Atlanta's definitely got a lot more variety. That's why I said it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for melanin, then I would definitely say Atlanta. But a lot of guys really don't like the melanin as much. So if you're looking for more of the Caucasian look, then I would say Guayaquil. And if you want a mixture between that, like more of the Morenas, then even Guayaquil still or Santo Domingo. Because, in Santo Domingo, they're a little bit more mixed looking. But at the same time, it's, I would say Santo Domingo, you're going to get more natural beauties, though. So that's kind of the thing that guys probably shy away from because it's not as many surgery bodies. Like two of the chicks that I done kicked it with here in my first week, I already got surgery. You know what I'm saying? And they looking to get more surgery. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and even in Atlanta, it's a bunch of surgery. Um, I like confidence in a woman though. So just the fact that they feel like they need to get surgeries and I don't know. I don't really like that. Like I said, the weaves and wigs. Like the first chick that I kicked it with here, that she's Ecuadorian. She was like a Caucasian Ecuadorian, and she had super long hair and all this shit. But then I'm looking at the hair and I'm like, this bitch got fucking tracks in her head. And the same thing happened to me in Santo Domingo, bro. I was with the first chick that I met in what's the place? Mr. Grill. She had tracks in her head too. And she was more of a Miranda. So she was like maybe 2 or 3 shades lighter than me. But the way she had her hair looking, you would think that it was all her hair. But she had tracks in her hair, so I mean, that would say the confidence level is disappointing in everywhere I've been. Maybe except for Brazil. Like I didn't see too much of that in Brazil, but like I said, the interest level in me was super low in Brazil compared to everywhere else I've been. So maybe I just didn't see it because of the interest level of the women. But I did kick it with a couple of them, and I didn't see that at all. Yeah, like I said, Brazil. Okay, so I would say Brazil has the most beautiful women over Atlanta, Ecuador. I mean, not Ecuador, Guayaquil, and Santo Domingo. Salvador had a lot of beautiful women. A lot. I couldn't quit that. I couldn't quit saying damn. Oh, damn, damn, damn. But just the attitude, though. Like I'm a really positive person. I'm a real big energy person, so I have a very positive soul, spirit, or whatever you want to call it. And the more you talk to people and they're negative, 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 that shit weighs on you. Brazilian women have gotten more Americanized because of how they, um, in a way, they're. I would say because I wouldn't say Americanized. I would say more. I don't know what it is. I think it's a lot of outside influence, definitely. I met a lot of people from Britain when I was in Brazil. A lot of their takes on things like the feminism and stuff like that comes from United States, of course. So, but they also told me, like the Brazilian women that I did talk to, they also told me that they done took the feminism and they got their own wave. So it's more of it's definitely different. Like I would rather deal with the feminism in the United States than deal with the feminism in Brazil because that shit is on a whole nother level, a whole nother level. So with that being said, yeah, I think that it's more Americanized, but it's not because they have. It's like when a sickness or you know it's transformed, it's grown. I'm not using the right terminology, but you know what I'm saying? Like the influenza when it first starts out, it mutates. The more and more it gets passed around, and it gets stronger and stronger. So it's the same thing with with these politics and stuff in Brazil. It's mutated into a whole new strain, whole new virus. That's what I'm trying to think of. It's definitely mutated. So the feminism is it's a different beast out there at this moment. And that's another thing, like ignorance is bliss. So you just travel out somewhere for a week and you can have a great time because you don't understand what the people are saying. You don't understand what people are thinking for real. A lot of people not gonna just tell you up front. So like I said, like coming here, I was thinking a one way, but on the flight in, like I said, I was sitting next to a beautiful young lady from here, but she's been living in the United States for I think 4 or 5 years. So she kind of has a better understanding of her home, and she has a little understanding of the United States. And she was the first person to tell me about the extreme xenophobia here. And then when I Googled it, I didn't even Google that. I just Googled like the culture, and I was Googling things because I got my teaching certificate too. So I was Googling about that, and it was saying that it says it on Google. But if you talk to the people here, the only reason she knows that even exists, like in her mind, is because she's been to the United States and she's seen black people that are successful, you know, just like she was sitting next to me, damn near in business class. So she has an understanding of things beyond just being an Ecuadorian person because, I don't know about their schooling, but obviously from talking to a couple of women, like even in Dominican Republic, their schooling teaches them certain things. We all are indoctrinated in a way by schooling and how they teach us about ourselves and the history of our country. And, they teach us what they want to teach us. So that's something that you're not going to really even think about as an outsider. You don't really want to think about, but it's going to affect you one way or another. You just don't know it. So I'm not really too worried about it. Like I said, it's better here than it was in Brazil to me, but that's just my personal opinion. But Brazil is beautiful though. It's a very beautiful country. I couldn't get over that. That's the most beautiful place I've been. The most beautiful women I've seen have been there. So that's why I said that's what makes it so disappointing because in the United States, in Atlanta, man, we got some of the most beautiful women on the planet in Atlanta. But it's the software that I'm trying to find a woman with better software. And the hardware is great. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with the hardware at all. But the software sometimes. But like I told you the other day, they said that pretty much all women got snakes in their head. You just got to find the one with the least amount. And I think that's very true. I mean, it's even in the Bible in a way. So you want to find the women with the least amount of snakes in their head to put it in a palatable form. So I'm still looking though. I'm still searching. I mean, not even searching because at this point I'm just living my life. Shit, it's been 20 years, so I'm just living my life at this point, trying to find culture that I like, environment that I like. It does play a role on you if most of the time women outnumber us in these places. So if women are 55% of the population, 50 to 60% of the population, the way that they think is gonna affect you in a way. It may not control you. You can't let it control you, but it's gonna affect you in a way. So being cognizant of that is definitely a plus for you. So just like here, I don't know. They gave me a really good rate on the rent and all that stuff, but I definitely want to look around a little bit more, get a little bit better feel for the culture. Um, I'm learning really fast, of course, but still want to be more. I want to be more comfortable before I sign a 6 month to a year lease. Even though it's cheap, I still haven't been to Asia. I was considering Vietnam, but I hear the same things about that. So, but at the same time, a lot of places that are xenophobic doesn't mean that you can't go. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that you can't do good there or thrive in this situation. So don't take what I'm saying as a negative. Just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. That so you can know what you're getting yourself into. 'Cause a lot of people they just stay ignorant to what's going on. So I don't take that as a bad thing. You know what I mean? Just like in Atlanta, you can have a great time. You can go like most of the guys I know. They say they come to Atlanta, have a great time, go home. You know what I mean? Like, and then a lot of times it's getting away from the hookup culture. A lot of these places got hookup culture. So like the girl told me, Tinder. The girl on the plane, she said Tinder in this country is more for just hookups. But she said she met her boyfriend in the United States off of Tinder. So obviously in the United States, it's a little easier to find somebody that you can be serious with on Tinder versus here. So I'm keeping that in mind. You know what I mean? So when I met the girl off of Tinder and she's acting the way she's acting, I can kind of understand that because that's the way she's looking at the app. She's not looking at the app trying to find somebody serious. I mean, even on the app, I don't even really talk to girls that say they want short term. I talk to the girls that say long term. But most of them don't just say long term. Most of them say like only ones that I seen that say long term are those single moms that say long term. And I try to avoid that as much as possible. But it is a lot of those here that say like single mom, well not single mom, they say they have kids and don't want more. Well, that's a big thing in the United States as well, though. So I think as a successful man yourself, you got to be selective, and that definitely limits your pool of women to choose from. Let me see, let me see. Keep hitting that. All right, guys. If y'all ain't got no more questions, nobody joined the channel, nobody hit the link. So, damn, I've been talking for an hour. I can't believe that. But yeah, if y'all ain't got no more questions, I guess I'll go ahead and end the stream, upload this video, and I'll catch y'all, I guess, around 9 or 10 when I go to the Red Lion. If I go to the Lion, I'll catch y'all then, man. But definitely got to get some sleep. I see my eyes look like I got bags under my eyes and everything. But yeah, I appreciate y'all joining the stream, man. Please hit the like button on your way out. Boop, boop, boop. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. Woo.